All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, BET Awards, everybody was out there, including Joe Budden and DJ Academics with their show Everyday Struggle. Now, they were attempting to interview the Migos, but it wasn't going so well. Here's what happened.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah, I mean, that's one thing I like about the group, because ever since when you were in jail, even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we got to wrap this up, though.
I didn't
Wrap
hear
it up
anything.
then.
Hey, listen, man, I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
Hold on. Wait. No.
Explain the Negro nonsense that happened.
Now, it started off with DJ Academics asking a question to take off about being left off of Bad and Bougie. He said, does it sound like I was left off Bad and Bougie? Mm-hmm. But I guess he couldn't hear him because he kept asking him, huh?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I didn't
Academics
hear you.
could hear him. Stop it.
Well,
He
they
could
said it
hear
was
him.
loud in there.
He was trying to play takeoff. He could hear him.
Right, so that's when Joe Budden, I guess, got frustrated and got up and walked out and then came back and said, let's wrap it up.
Well, we haven't seen the whole interview yet because they only put out a minute clip. I think that Joe probably was frustrated because the Migos were giving a Migos-type interview. We've all interviewed the Migos. The Migos are not good people to interview. And I think the Migos should not give interviews. They make great records, but interviews aren't their thing. And that's fine. It's a lot of these new guys who don't do interviews. You don't see too many Young Thug interviews. The Weeknd rarely does interviews.
Lil Uzi Vert you don't see.
Yeah, J. Cole, even Kendrick now. So I think the Migos should do the same thing and not give interviews because it's a waste of everybody's time.
Now, Joe Budden had put out the clip and said, had the pleasure of speaking with the Migos, Everyday Struggle. Then he said they shouldn't have sat there. This is all on Twitter. And he went on to say, I was justified. I'd had enough.
I guarantee you it is because the Migos were giving a terrible interview, which they usually do.
And then Joe Budden went on to say they was just a little too sassy for me. That's all. Y'all think everybody with the song you like can fight. LOL.
Now the only thing I will say, I've heard Joe say that he doesn't feel like Offset and Takeoff are as talented as Quavo. Mm-hmm. You got to have that same energy when they sitting there with you, Joe. When this interview drops today, I need to hear some of that rhetoric.
Okay, well, we don't know what's in the interview yet, like you said. I don't even know how long the interview is.
So. Doesn't seem like that long.
No.
We shall see. Now, also at the BET Awards, of course, they had to take some time out to honor Prodigy, who passed away. Here is Lil' Kim and Havoc on stage.
This week, hip-hop suffered a painful loss with the sudden passing of our brother, Prodigy. His pen painted vivid pictures of street life. He made what was ugly sound beautiful.
For over 20 years, he and I went through it all and seen it all. I'm going to miss my dude. This loss is painful, but the lyrical legacy he left with us will impact the culture forever. Rest in peace, Prodigy, my brother.
All right.
They should have did a tribute for him, though.
And Kendrick Lamar had some words as well when he was on stage.
Prodigy, he inspired my first mixtape at 16 years old, YHNIC. Believe that. Off that album, I was inspired to study my skills and work on my connection with my neighborhood and how can I inspire them the same way he inspired the streets. You know what I'm talking about?
They should have did a tribute for him. They should have had people come out and do a tribute for him. I know they said it was last minute, but he passed away, 2 weeks ago? They could have made some arrangements. If it was another artist, a R&B artist, or I think they would have did that tribute for him.
I mean, if it was a bigger artist, I don't think it was an R&B artist. I love Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? But I think if it was a bigger artist, they definitely did a tribute.
Mobb Deep wasn't big for the culture?
I think they were big for the culture, but come on, you still got to think ratings. You know what I mean? What you going to do? Shook One, Survival of the Fittest, Quiet Storm.
They could have just did Shook Ones. They could have had some of the new artists do Shook Ones.
Or they
Kendrick
could have did the
Shook
Quiet Storm
Ones.
remix.
Yeah.
That sounds good to us old heads, but, you know, I can understand why BET didn't do that.
All right.
They George Michael, right?
I know. Now, come on now. In my world, Mobb Deep is bigger than George Michael, not even close. Well, let's deal with reality, Envy. George Michael or Mobb Deep?
Black entertainment television, they should have did Prodigy.
George Michael or Mobb Deep?
They should have did Mobb Deep. For our culture and what we watch, they should have done
All right,
Prodigy
guys, let's
and Mobb
wrap
Deep.
this up. Let's wrap this up, guys. We're going to get into more of this morning. And last but not least, All Eyes on Me, more issues. Now, Kevin Powell is suing them. He actually says that the journalists that was interviewing Tupac in jail from All Eyes on Me was based on him and his interviews that he did with Tupac. He said he wrote a series of articles for Vibe in the mid-90s focusing on Tupac's two major influences and the gangster rap movement. And according to his lawsuit, he says that L.T. Hutton did an interview just this month saying he looked at all of the interviews of Tupac to make the movie. So he's trying to say that he feels that this was based on him, and he's suing. I don't know that you can. He says the script stole his interviews. But I kind of feel like when you do a movie like this, I don't know how much ground you have for a lawsuit, because you could do a movie on anybody you want.
Did you see
so unless it's like word for word.
Did you see the script that John Singleton wrote for Tupac leaked with him getting raped in jail?
He put it out? It came out?
Yeah, I don't know. TMZ got it.
No.
Yeah,
well, we told you what was in it.
Yeah, with the threesome with Afeni Secure.
Yeah.
And it was like Tupac was watching it. Tupac watched the threesome happen.
I don't know that I would have wanted to see that script at all.
Yeah, they say he watched the threesome happen, then he went to go write How Do You Want It?
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.